What's up everyone? Welcome to RadPaw Repair. My name is Paul. Today on the bench we have a Lenovo IdeaPad 15 that is completely dead. No charging light, no LED, absolutely no signs of life. As you can see, no reaction on the power button. So whenever I get a laptop like this, the very first thing I want to know is whether the main power rail is healthy. If B plus is shorted to ground, the entire motherboard becomes unusable until we eliminate this short on the motherboard. So today's repair will go through the complete diagnostic process, locate the faulty component, replace it, and hopefully bring this laptop back to life. So let's get started. So of course, first thing, let's take this laptop apart. I already took some screws out, but let's quickly remove it. The thing client told me that this laptop fell down, so I was expecting some ripped off components, but as I'm going to show you in a moment, I'm going to prove you that there is something wrong. Something is shorted on the motherboard. So let's plug this power cord in and let's go back to our meter first. Okay, so we have our power plugged in, multimeter set to DC, and let's measure this here. We have 20 volts in, and I know that we should have our B plus here. How do I know that? Because I found a schematic and board view to this board. So let's find out, let's remove the board out and let's find out what's going on with this motherboard. So let's unplug the battery. Please remember about the battery. Always unplug it whenever you're gonna unplug this LCD connector. Otherwise, you may make a short and kill the board. Okay, so let's remove it quickly. I know that some people don't remove boards. In my opinion, I want to make sure if there is something burned on the other side too. I don't want to take this risk. So let's take this completely out and let's find out what's going on. Okay, let's put this away. Okay, we have a glowing part. And I will show you the other method. Hopefully I'm going to be able to show it under microscope because I already see the component here. Okay. Our microscope here. And we are having this two capacitors. And as you can see, this one here evaporates very quickly. So we have our short. So don't put too much current. And let's remove our faulty component now. Okay, so let's use soldering station quickly. And let's desolder this capacitor. Of course, we will find the value of this cap in our schematic. Just one more thing to check. Let's check if this cap is really shorted. Let's go to our beeper. And as you can see, we can hear this annoying beep. And we can see that this cap is shorted. Yep. Okay, so let's find the value of this capacitor. Okay, so this is our board view, the same side. And of course, this is our capacitor, which was shorted. And we can see this is 10 microfarads here, 25 volts. So let me find a part like this, and we're gonna solder a new part. Okay, so I found one. Let me show you the measurement. It's a little bit different in size. Okay, measure. Okay, give it a second. And we have 11 microfarads. We need 10. The only thing is how to fit this into this spot. It's a little bit bigger, but it should be quite okay. That's not going to be easy. Okay. And the other side. Hopefully it will catch it. Okay, let's put some more flux. If I'm going to find it, of course. Okay, a little bit. And this side too. Okay, we can desolder our wire. We don't need it anymore. And let's find out if the short is gone. Okay, let's go to, and we have kilo ohms. So everything is fine now. Okay, so let's put our DC in, and let's find out if we're gonna have voltage now at after the MOSFETs. So we should have, okay, we should have 20 volts here. So our B plus is active. So nothing left here. We can also check some voltages now at this side, and we have 1.8. So probably this is a BIOS, 3.3, and this is 5. So we have voltages needed on the board to start. So let's put it back together, and let's try to put this into the chassis and find out if our quick repair was successful. Let's put everything on its place, like so. And let's test it. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, let's quickly put this insulation to the board. Just like so. And remember about our ribbon cables, which are going underneath. Okay. Let's grab some wires from underneath. And just remember about the battery. Battery comes as last one. We don't want to plug anything in when the battery is plugged. Because if we're going to make a short, we will make a mess on the board. Okay, all of the connections. Okay, and this, I remember this one was here. Spot. So as you could see, the short is really easy to find. We had to remove the board because the short was on the other side. Wait a second. I think it was like so. Okay, let's put this heatsink quickly. I will do the conservation later and replace the thermal paste. I just want to see if we're gonna have an image. Okay, now without plugging the battery, let's plug our power. Let's go back and see if we're gonna have an image. Okay, this one is not. And as you could see, we are having blinking LED now. Okay, what's going on? If we're gonna have an image. And as you can see, we have an image now. I don't want to show you the owners, but this tiny capacitor made this laptop stopped it from working. So quickly again, I don't want to show a picture of this owner, but as you can see, the laptop is working completely fine. So this is another successful repair, another saved motherboard. If you would like to send your device for repair, you have my contact email in the video description or the channel's descriptions. If you enjoyed this video, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and this repair. If you like real motherboard diagnostics and component level repairs, make sure to subscribe because I've got plenty more laptop graphics card, PlayStations, and other different electronics repairs coming. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.